One thing that's really hard for me, in terms of who I am, I'm not white, except I am white. I am white. I am half Italian, and I look white. I'm literally white. But my other half is Peruvian, which could also be considered white in America, but ethnic-wise, like, that's too much culture to be white. I've always struggled with identity in not even sexual identity, but like self-identity. All my life, you know, I've looked like this, like white. I don't look Hispanic whatsoever or Latina. And that's always like made me struggle with who I belonged to, if that makes sense. Like what group I belonged to. And of course, like, you shouldn't put yourself in a group. But if I had to pick a group, I would pick being with mi gente, okay? Latinos and Latinas, Latinos. It's hard being so white because you don't belong to white people and you don't belong to Latinos. I don't feel like I belong to white people, but the white people and everybody else around me, every color, every culture and ethnic group all think I am white. So everybody thinks I'm white. Everybody categorizes me as white, and I'll categorize myself as white because I am white. I'm white presenting, but it's a struggle not relating to any of the white people. I don't relate to that culture. I am not, like, I've never grown up that way. I've never, like, I have my dad, like, he's white, and I would spend the weekends with him growing up after my parents' divorce. And, like, that gave me a taste of white culture, I would say. But also, like, it's different having being with your dad on the weekend, because you're, like, dads in general always don't really have much to give you. Like they'll give you a kid cuisine, or they'll just give you, like, something, like, they'll give you, like, Pop-Tarts and, like, buy you the VO5 shampoo and conditioner. And that's it. And maybe that's just a white dad thing. So that could be a white dad thing for sure. But also, it was just the weekend, so whenever I was at my dad's, I would just be like, okay, like, I'm visiting my dad, but we're just gonna go to the movies and watch and, like, go to karate or something, and that's it, because it's only 2 days out of the week. And then, like, I'm here living with my mom and living with my grandparents growing up, and they're Peruvian, full-on Peruvian, only talking Spanish with them, only experiencing the Latin culture of waking up on a Sunday morning, music playing, because you're about to go clean, you have to clean the house, or having breakfast early, not even a breakfast, having an almuerzo as your breakfast, because 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. on a Sunday, and that's when you all decide to have breakfast, because, I don't know, maybe that's just my family though, I don't know, but it's like, or having, going to parties, having long parties that last till 4 in the morning, and I'm the one, or whoever is the kid who's sleeping on the chairs, like, knocked out, until the party's over. Having a drunk uncle that's hilarious. I don't know, like, just also being clean, if that makes sense. Like, actually showering good, too. Actually using, like, a rag or a loofah, and not just your hands to wash up. There's just so much culture that, as a Peruvian, like, that I can't identify myself as white. Like, the white culture is so crazy. Like, my girlfriend's white, and going to her family's house is like, oh my god, like, this is the whitest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, they'll have Stouffer's mac and cheese, which is nasty for me, but my girlfriend loves it. That's okay. It's just like, I don't know, like, the way they talk, the way they, like, express themselves, the way that, I don't know, like, it's just not the same. And I'll never experience being white in that way. Anyway, it's just difficult to be adequate, because I don't look like my people. I don't look like the people I wish I looked like, if that makes sense. Because although I am white, like, I'm more in touch with my Peruvian side, so I identify myself like I'm Peruvian. I'm Peruvian, Italian, but I'll be like, I'm Latina, like, I'm Peruvian. And then when people are like, what? Like, you're so white. And I'm like, yeah, like, my dad is white. Like, I'm half Italian. Like, I'll never put Italian first. I'll never put white first, even though I am so white presenting. And over the years, it's gotten better of, like, I've gotten better of, like, being okay with people not knowing that I'm Latina, even though I really want them to. Like, I wish you saw me and you thought she's Latina, because that's how I am. That's who I am. That's how I feel. But, like, when people look at me and think that I'm only white, and then, like, when I talk about, like, oh, like, my mom, like, we're going to Peru, or I'm gonna go to my grandma's house, and I, like, when I, like, bring up stuff that shows that I'm Latina, they're like, oh, like, I thought you were white, like. And I'm just like, yeah, like, I am. And it's like, and it's okay, but it's just like, I wish I looked like my people. Like, I wish my mom didn't marry a white guy, because even my brother, who we share the same parents, he's darker than me, so he doesn't really get mistaken as white ever, and he tans nicely, and I'm, like, just white. The only difference is I have curly hair, even though it's not that curly right now because it's been like 4 days and I haven't done anything to it. And, like, whatever. But, like, I look at my mom and she's more olive toned, a little bit darker than me. And then my grandparents my grandpa specifically, he's low-key dark. He's brown. Then I have uncles who are dark. My stepdad, he's Mexican, he's brown. Like, it's like I'm growing up with people that don't look like me. I spend time with people that don't look like me the most. Like, I don't ever really see my dad. Like, I see him, like, once, maybe, like, twice like, once a month, maybe. Like, anyway, I'm getting a little bit off track. Because my point here is, I wish I looked Peruvian. I wish I looked more native to kind of feel more accepting as a Peruvian, like, feel more accepted as a Latina. Because I'm, like, so self-conscious about not looking Latina, to the point where it's like, when I go to a supermercado, oh my god, when I go to a supermercado, or, like, when I go to, if I go to any Latin restaurant, if I go to El Indio, or if I go to, like, a Peruvian restaurant, if I go to a restaurant that's heavily Latino concentrated, they never speak to me in Spanish. Or if they do, like, I get kind of nervous in speaking it, because, like, I just don't look Hispanic enough, you know? Like, I don't want to throw them off. Like, I don't want to, like, start speaking Spanish, and then they're taken by surprise. Like, they're like, oh, ¿sabes hablar español? And I'm like, yeah, mi mamá es peruana, like, you know. And I hate getting shocked from both sides. I hate getting shocked that, oh, you're Latina? What? And then the other time be like, oh, you're Latina? Like, I thought you were white. Both of them saying the same thing to me, both being surprised. One is more surprised in a good way, the other one isn't. It's just like, I wish I looked Latina. I wish I looked like my people, so that there wasn't confusion. And I am half white, half Latino, but I just look white. Like, it's just like, I don't know, like, it's just, like, really frustrating. And when I go to Talpa, like, the supermercado, like, I feel like I'm intruding. I feel like, even though I am half Latina, when I go to a place like that, I feel like I'm intruding. I feel like I don't belong there. And then when I'm at a white place, I feel like I don't belong there. I don't belong anywhere. And I've always felt that way, and I'll probably always continue to feel that way just because of what I look like. And of course it doesn't matter. Like, nobody should be telling me, oh, you're not Latina enough. Oh, you're too white. So like that. Like, I shouldn't really care about it. But it's like I wish I looked a little bit more native, because that's who I feel more in touch to. Like, I don't see myself as a white, dirty person. Like, I don't have that culture. Like, I don't have any white friends that I count, at least. Like, I have white coworkers, but like, I don't know. I don't really. Friends are someone that I see outside of work all the time. None of them are white. They're all not white. They're all my closest friend is Latina, and whatever. I have cousins. Obviously, they're all Latina, and all my white cousins live up north, and I only have like one. So that's my self-identity crisis. I don't know, especially after the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show. I'm so upset and proud to be Latina. Like, I'm so, like, I get emotional getting more, like, when I'm so in touch with my Latin roots. But I think it's also because I don't feel adequate in that either, if that makes sense. I don't know, like, I feel like, again, like, I just don't feel like I'm enough for both. And I've always struggled with that. And I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way too. Also, another thing, like, the same topic, but I have a cousin who is literally half white, and she looks so brown, in a good way, obviously. Like she just looks Latina, and she's half white. And I'm just like, why did I turn out this way? Why am I so pale that nobody even knows that I'm like Latina? And is it annoying that I want people to know? Like, is it annoying that I want people to see it without me having to explain? So then I feel like I'm just like, I feel like I'm just lying. Like, if I have to explain to people that I'm Latina, like, I feel like I'm a joke. Like, it's so, like, weird. But I don't know. And then I get to the point where it's like, okay, like, what can I do? What can I do to look more Latina and stuff? But then if I do that, then I'm like, I'm just culturally appropriating because I'm white. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyway. Does anybody else struggle with that? Let me know. Thanks, Bad Bunny.